I was inspired to have created this video due to having long distance relationship for friendships for many years of my life, for at least 10 going on 15 years. Some that were at least all the way out from ever since the beginning of the creation of this channel in particular. And it has been something that has been more or less disturbing me. I could give a shout out and just name someone in particular right off the bat, who his name is Daniel, otherwise known as Sawyer the Lone Wolf. Him and I both share a lot in same similarities, almost like a mirror reflection of one another. We share our philosophy and ideals of a resentment towards human nature, human species, of this planet in particular, the trials and tribulations of being alive while overcoming those obstacles, and of specifically dealing with society and human beings and trust issues with people. And him and I, we have known each other for the past almost going on 13, 14 years now, and we've known each other at least since high school. So we had known each other for a duration of almost 13 going on 14 years. He is an absolute brother of mine. We could actually consider each other as good friends. Not only just good friends, but more of like a brother in each other's eyes and each other's perspective. And we actually have bonded to each other so much more than compared to a majority of like everyone else. While I do have, and I will admit, I will tell you that I do have really good friends, people that are trustworthy, honorable, and they have a lot of integrity in themselves. They have never betrayed me. They have never thought to betray me of my trust, nor have ill will or intentions of doing so. And through this, it's so hard in our modern society to find true friendships that would actually have meaning and that would last for many years. Indeed, we have had our ups and downs and our fights. What relationship is perfect? In my eyes, I don't believe in a perfect relationship, because at some point, one or the other or both of you are going to fall at the exact same time, and you're going to have some sort of argument or what have you. And it's just like this in relationships among family, friends, otherwise, so mote be, what have you. And we have met each other in high school, and after quite a few years into our friendship, we actually had to depart our friendship due to having to move to an entirely different state. While departing our friendship, well, meaning is like we both had moved, however we still remain in contact, and we still remain as good friends, and we still bonded. While of course that we may remain miles and miles like distance apart, we still are inevitably one and the same. And there's nothing in this world in its entirety or the universe that will ever change our friendship for as long as we should live. And it's like I said, no friendship, no relationship is obviously perfect. You're going to have squabbles here or there, or some sort of drama, or a negative argument or debate of some kind, and that's only normal. Like, if you have a relationship and if you do not fight among each other at one point or some point or another, you're destined to fail, you're destined to fall, and that's not normal, But then again, what is normal? So it's kind of like a toss-up in there, somewhere along the lines, But anyways, my particular beef and issue are, I've got friends of mine who work retail or some sort of occupation or job or another, and they have been friends with me for many years of my life. And this is not necessarily to put anyone on the spot or to call anyone else out. You know, it feels like to me personally that friendship is just a mere concept of illusion. It's a word. It's a word that people misrepresent and take it to heart too lightly. You know, they have no consideration of its true meaning and of how to build upon that platform, because, you know, relationships, friendships, or whatever, human connectiveness requires a lot of work. I mean, it's something that has to be built from the ground up. And I've had a lot of friendships in my life to come and go all throughout the duration of my life. A lot of this was not derived from particularly my fault, but because of my tongue, because of my brutal honesty, because of me wearing my heart on my sleeve, and often at times more than others, it's always has to deal with the third party, like the other person. And, you know, they always try to start some sort of like beef, drama, put words in your mouth, and take your friendship and your trust for granted. And that's why Daniel and I, we consider ourselves like highly like misanthropic and nihilist for a reason, and we do not trust many people for this particular reason, because of how the vessel of humankind is so corrupted. And people would ultimately always, if not for the majority aspect, you know, take advantage of you in some fashion or another, or distort your character, defame you in some way or another, or just simply, you know, try to, you know, burn you of your trust in one way or another. And anyway, so, you know, I know a lot of people who might not make that much money, and which is understandable completely. However, I've always believed that if you truly value someone and their friendship enough so that obviously you're going to do whatever it takes to financial manage yourself, to, you know, make at least an honest effort and attempt to go out and visit this person of mine. And there's so many people with endless amount of excuses that it's unreal, that it's just surreal to me, you know. I mean, I work different occupations and I financially sustain, balance, and budget myself, and it's not an impossible or complicated, hard thing to do, and it requires sacrifice. I mean, you know, if you have bills on the side that are not necessary or not a necessity or mandatory, then you have to kind of take risk and like kind of balance finances out. Like, okay, for an instance, okay, like if you have a serious addiction to going concerts or to movie theaters, let's just say, or like Starbucks, okay, given how expensive the coffee is, everyone knows it, you know. And if you're so much of an addict, or if you overindulge in something, you know, if you go like 2, 3 times, 4 times a week, or if you go out and eat out in expensive restaurants, or what have you, or if you go to like so many times in a duration of each month, then that's not necessary. You could actually put that money off to the side and go out and visit someone that you know, or, you know, at least virtual wise know. And I don't know, it's just more of like, you know, this video's turned into like more or less a rant, kind of an inspiration, how-to style kind of video, because, you know, for me personally, I'll do whatever it takes to go out and visit friends of mine, like the little friends, the actual real friends that I do have, the ones that I truly cherish and value, and you know, kind of quote-unquote worship the ground they walk on, you know. I mean, given that I am my own master, but you get the idea, you know. You don't want to worship anyone, it's just an expression, you know. I don't know, friends are a lot like shadows, you know. They're there for you in your brightest times. However, in your darkest of times, they're never there for you. The shadow is completely gone. They've all dispersed and disappeared. And however, true friends are a lot like stars, you know, you could see them in your darkest of times, and that they are actually there to illuminate the darkness. And so many people try to vilify me, you know, so many people try to portray me as this some sort of like villainous character, you know. It's like, I'll do for you what you do for me, you know. I mean, that's the rules of engagement here. And as long as you're good to me and you're loyal to me, then, you know, we don't have a beef with each other, we don't have a problem for anything, then, you know, we're set, you know. And I'm, for one, a champion of being brutally honest. And you know, that's my crusade for the past week. I've been confronting people, just laying out the cards. And you know, I don't like drama, I don't like negative things like that. I just try to keep myself at a balance than anything else. And I don't know, I've just been conflicted with this emotion for some time. And I always think to myself, it's like, you know, these people are going to concerts almost every week. They blow their whole, you know, paycheck and their entire finances on trivialities of things, like frivolous things. And like, who am I, right? I mean, I'm here, so, you know, at least have a conscious effort to go out of your way to befriend, you know, like, not only befriend someone, but, you know, befriend the right people in mind, and go out of your way to value and cherish those particular friendships that you do have, the good ones, the honorable, trustworthy ones, to, you know, keep in contact, at least to make an effort to go out and visit those people. And I don't know, it just makes me question, you know. I absolutely hate apathy in human nature. I absolutely hate laziness and people who have no ambitions for things, or, you know, a thought or consideration of other people around them. And it always has to be about them, you know. So I don't know. Like I said, at least, you know, I always try my best to go out and, you know, I keep in contact with a certain few people in mind, and at least the people that have emotions for me personally, you know. Anyway, so my name is Cody Gremlin. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, favorite, comment, leave your feedback below, and I'll talk to you all soon.